Hey guys, good morning. It's July 26th at Fat Quarter Shop. I have a ton of stuff to show you because I wasn't here last week, and also I have 2 coupons. So you're going to want to watch because one of the coupons might be for you, for something you like. So I've been able to sew, which is so great. And I wanted to kind of give you a sneak peek. I usually wait and then show you the whole quilt when I'm done, but I thought, well, maybe I should start showing you stuff early. So we have a new book by It's So Emma coming out in September. It's called Perfect 5. This is the cover of the book, and it has 16 quilts made with charm squares. And we had the Perfect 5 ruler, which was super, super popular, so we came up with we had the Perfect 10 ruler for layer cakes. So we came up with the Perfect 5 ruler. So we're pre-selling the book, and the book is going to ship in September. The ruler should ship in August. And we're going to have a stitch along. So the stitch along is going to start in September, a couple of weeks after the book comes. So at home, right before I went on vacation, I was able to make the blocks that are going to be in our sew along. And our sew along is just going to you can use between 4 and 8 charm packs, a background fabric, and a binding. So I'm just going to show you my blocks because I had a lot of fun making them. It took me about 3 days. I think I might have shown some of these before, but you could get this done in 3 to 4 days. Now, I don't have it finished, but I'm gonna have it finished soon. So when it's finished, I'll show you. And I used Early Bird by Bonnie and Camille. And then once it's finished, I'll show you how it looks all together. So it's just it's a cute charm pack book. And the sew along is going to be a sampler where it takes a little bit from most of actually all of the patterns within, so that we get a nice sampler at the end. And so not only do you get the 16 blocks in the book, you get the free sew along. So the sew along part is free. You obviously have to have the book. It's very similar to what we did with the Perfect 10 sew along. But I did have a lot of fun putting these blocks together. So these are little tiny blocks. So I don't think it's going to take me very long to put this together, so I'll probably show this to you in about 2 weeks, because this weekend I have some other sewing planned instead, which I can talk to you about in a little bit. What I'm going to be sewing this weekend, because I have a lot of stuff that I'm going to be sewing to show you next week. And some of the blocks you make once, some of the blocks you make twice, some of the blocks you make 8 times. It's all very different, but it comes out with a really big scrappy quilt. And you could make it with 4 charm packs, but if you really want variety, you're going to really need 6 to 8. Or you could just mix collections. You do, like if you wanted everything to be matchy-matchy, you kind of need identical, but you don't have to do it exactly like I did it. So again, this is Early Bird by Bonnie and Camille, and you'll always see that anytime Bonnie and Camille and Fig Tree have something, or Corey Yoder, I'm always sewing with their stuff. I'll find an excuse to make something. So like I'm always telling you guys, sew from your stash. Yeah, I don't always take my own advice. This one's my favorite block from the whole book. They're like little houses. And I designed the block, I designed the quilt, and it was a mess, so Sarah had to fix it. And then this one. So there's all my blocks. So that was about, 3 days, but I hope you're going to sew along with me. It's going to be on the blog later. I just wanted to give you like a preview. So not everything is on the blog yet. The picture of the quilt isn't. I'm just giving you like a little sneak peek, and all the other details will come later. But I thought, I'm always showing you stuff that's finished, but I should really show you as I go. And again, this is the cover of the book, and it's going to be Perfect 5. So it's just a charm pack book, very similar to the look and layout of our Perfect 10 if that's something that you like. So I'm going to put this right here. And then I'm sure you guys have seen, we're starting a new series called The Ultimate Beginner Quilt. And I'm super excited because a lot of you guys that have already made, like I saw a lady last night on Kimberly's Stitch Squad, which is my Facebook group, talk about she's made 5 quilts, but she's gonna do it anyway. And I think even if you're like a beginner to intermediate, you're gonna learn a lot. And so it's been harder for me to film because I have to do every little step and then I have to think about the right words to say. Because usually I just talk so fast that nobody can understand me. So so what we have is we have a notions kit. And you know, if you're already a sewer, you don't need this. But if you are brand new, we're just trying to make it easy so that the biggest thing that I thought about when I started quilting was I would go to the store and they were like, well, you need this and this and this and this and this and this. So we just thought about, what do you really need? You don't need everything. So like, what do you really need? So you really just need this, which has like a seam ripper, thread, alphabetties, pins, things like that. And then you need a mat, a rotary cutter, and an iron. And then during the filming, we're just using the 6.5 by 24.5 inch Creative Grids ruler so that you feel like you only need one ruler, because that's one of the things that when I started quilting is I was so overwhelmed because, you know, it's just like this huge bill of things you need. So we tried to make it simple for people starting. We came up with a really cute kit. And this is the quilt that's made up. So, do you know who made this, Lily?
I don't know, actually.
Okay, so I'm gonna apologize for not giving credit to my employee who made this. So the top left is block 1. So it's just a simple stripe block, block 2, 3, and then going from there. And so you can see that we're going from easier to harder. Very easy. We're going to be using Bella Solids. The whole series is sponsored by Moda Fabrics and Eversewn Sewing Machines, so we're super excited about that. And since we're talking about beginner quilt, I learned probably 25 years ago, and here's my first quilt. So it was kind of when blue and yellow were popular. This is my very first quilt, and the backing is atrocious.
Aww.
It's straight from Joann's. And you can see my big, huge stitches. So I'm going to tell you about my big, huge stitches. So what got me discouraged when I first started quilting, and I've told this story before, is I went to a store and they were just like, you have to do it this way. You have to use only cotton thread. You have to only use this batting. And they didn't talk at all about long arm quilting, like, because that store really believed in, I guess, truest, or, you know, they didn't believe in long arm quilting. So I got so frustrated because it took me forever, and I kind of gave up for about a year, because I was like, it's got to be easier than this. And so that's one thing that we're trying to do with our beginner series, is take things that I learned and other people who work here have learned, and you know, you can make it however you want. Just like when you prepare your fabrics, there's some of us that starch a little, there's some of us that starch a lot, there's some of us that wash, pre-wash, there's some of us that don't do anything. You can do whatever you want to do. Don't feel like whoever you're watching on YouTube, it doesn't matter. If you want to use triangle paper, use triangle paper. If you want to do half square triangles the traditional way, do it that way. If you want to make your half square triangles bigger and trim down with block lock, do that. Basically, when you're in your sewing room, you should just do whatever you want to do, and then you'll be happier. So,
Also, Nancy made the quilt.
Nancy, yay, Nancy. So Nancy's worked for me for, how old is that? 14 years.
Wow.
Yes, Nancy's awesome. She's awesome piecer too. Like, she just started, and then the other day Kevin like loves Nancy, and he was like, she makes quilts. Like, he didn't even know she was making quilts. So everything about the beginner series is on our blog. So I'm going to refer you to our blog, which is the Jolly Jabber, just because I don't want to mix up any details. Everything is there. So there's that. We also have, so excited, we're working on a book with EDYTA SITAR. She's Laundry Basket Quilts. She used to be a designer with Moda Fabrics, and now she's with Andover. And she put together this book called Pillow Talk, and we're publishing it. It has 25 pillows and a lot of techniques. The book ships in September, but what I wanted to show you is I want to show you each individual pillow, because as I was proofing the book, I was like, oh my gosh, this book has so much detail, and it really has a little bit for everybody. She used her collection, it's called Favorites, like EDYTA's Favorites. I can't think of the exact name, but it's like her favorites fabric, and they basically have a linen look, but they're cotton. So I'm going to show you each one and then kind of tell you a little bit about what she put in the book. So this one features applique. These are all 18-inch pillows. So you just need an 18-inch pillow form, and you could switch out your pillows for the seasons. This one is called Rainbow Drops, and she is showing applique. And she's top stitching, and she used her Penelope's Perfect Blends. And that is by Wonderfill. She uses a mix of Wonderfill and Arfill. This one is paper pieced, so foundation paper pieced, and it's called Lucky Charm. And so it's basically 4 units, very easy because you're just piecing 4 units. Super easy. This one is one of my favorites, and I love the quilting on it because the quilting has the stars and stripes. This one's called Liberty, and this one is all straight pieced. So what I love about what EDYTA always does, no matter what it is, if it's with us or with someone else, she does something all the way from the beginner all the way to the crazy experience that I can't even touch. So she really kind of wants to appeal to everybody, but I think this one's going to be one of the favorites. This one is so cute. This one is called Heart's Content, and these are all appliqued, and she did on this one more of a really tight zigzag. If you want to zoom in, just because the stitches are really pretty. So she did like a really, really tight zigzag stitch, whereas, okay, stay there, Lily, like on this one, she did more of a looser applique stitch on her machine. So a little bit different. Okay, this one is all applique also. This one is called Ring Bearer, and so it actually goes this way. So this one has buttonhole applique. And all of these, she is going to be putting together kits for us that have fusible pieces or English paper piecing. This one is called Kaleidoscope. I would say this one is for a very advanced piecer. So this one is also 4 units, but this is English paper piecing, not foundation paper piecing. This one is also English paper piecing. This one is Neon Lights, and this is not for a beginner. I'll just say that. Very, very, very hard. So I'm going to put this one over here.
That's so beautiful.
I know. I can't even, like, forget it. Like, I'm not even going to attempt. Let's see. This one is so pretty. It's a butterfly, and it's obviously called Butterfly. And this is all applique, and she's got some really tiny piecing. And this one she used the Perfect Blends. So sometimes she uses neutrals, and then sometimes she uses some colors, and her long arm quilting is magnificent, and I just want to say she does all of it herself, all of her long arm quilting. This one is really fun. It's upside down. This one is chevron, and this one is very easy. What you do is it's all cut. It's just straight piecing. You piece it a tiny bit bigger, and then you trim it down with, you can just get a square ruler and trim it down. So this one for me is achievable. A lot of these are out of my league, I'm just going to tell you. This one is pumpkin, and it's so cute. Very, very cute. And she did a mix of buttonhole and satin stitch, I think. This one is foundation paper piecing, and it's prism glass. So these are all, there's 4 different templates that you would use on this one. This one is great. What she wants you to do on this one is use 8 different fabrics of the same range. So she's got 8 pinks in here, I believe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6. And this is straight piecing, so this one is achievable. I could do this one. And she has some fun backs. This one is great for a beginner too. It's just called Spectrum, and so it's just a spectrum of colors. And a lot of, if you look in detail at EDYTA stuff, a lot of it has to do with her accenting, her quilting, her applique, like her special touches. This one is called Sunset, very easy. This one is called To the Point, and this one is pieced with squares cut on the diagonal. So I guess it would be straight standard piecing. This one is Mother's Day, and this is applique, and on this one she did this one raw edge, so she just used applique, fusible, slapped it down, quilted it, nothing else. And then she likes the look of when you wash it having it fray a little bit. And again, she's going to have kits for all 25 of the pillows, but we don't have information, we don't have pricing. She's working with the people who make her kits for her, but we will have that. This one is really fun, and I could totally see this in my house in gray and yellow. Really pretty and easy. This one is the most beautiful out of the whole book, called Lovebirds. And this one, again, she did all raw edge. She just put it down. There's no applique on it. And the reason she does that is so that when you get her book, you can feel like you can make it your own. You can pick the ones you like. It's not all applique or all pieced or all hard or all easy. It's all a mix. Okay, this one, Get Out of Town. This is English paper piecing called Flower Garden, and oh my goodness, no. I cannot even imagine. So this one, she will have kits, and I believe in the kits they will come with, hopefully, the paper. And in the book, you have templates that you can make copies of. And for example, on all of the foundation paper, she will sell packs of foundation paper. We're just early in the process and don't have all that information. This one is called ... And on this one, do you want to zoom in? She did, on this applique stitch, she did a really wide zigzag. So whereas before you saw a tighter zigzag, this one has a wide zigzag. And this one is, it's a maze, and this one is just all half square triangles. Easy. This one is Into the Blue, and this is the same kind of technique or thought process she has as the pink one, where you do a spectrum of colors. Okay, this is the second hardest one in the book, called Lone Star. So if you are brave enough to test this, go for it. I would be scared out of my pajamas to do this. There's no way. So we actually had Karen Hardy, who does a lot of our proofing, test this, and she made it just fine. She did it like in a day. I was like, oh my goodness. I was like, I'm not testing that. This one is Square Dance, and so it's really, I guess, positive, negative. So like, you know, one block with dark on the outside, one block with dark on the inside, and then she just added a little pop of color there.
Could you show the back of one of those?
Oh yeah, I'll show you the back on all of them actually. And I'm going to talk about the back. So let me just show you the back, finish the quilts, and then I'm going to talk to you about the back and something else in the book. So I'm just going to show you, and I'm just going to show you the backs, and as I show you the backs, I'm going to talk through what is available in her book. So in her book, she has 3 options on finishing. The main one is going to be just this simple fold over, overlap, envelope back. Another option is zippered back. She didn't make any of hers with zippers. We're just putting a zipper back in so that if you want to do a zipper, you can. And then she has a tip in there. I'm going to give credit to the person who gave her the tip. Is Beth DeSim, and her tip is to go to a thrift store or your closet, find a shirt that has buttons, cut an 18.5-inch square out of the buttons, and use that as the back of your pillow because it's already done.
That's genius.
Yes.
Oh my God.
So that would be easy so that you don't, because I don't know how to do a buttonhole. Forget that. So she has a lot of solids, and then she has some florals. She has this on the back of several of them, and I think this might be Sonoma. No. Yeah, I'm not sure. It's hard. She has, all of her fabric is great. But I do know all of the fabrics she used in the book are Andover. So there's lots of options in this book. But I wanted to really show you in person because the book isn't gonna, you know, you're just not gonna get the detail. So the very last thing in the book is this ho-ho pillow. And this is the favorite part of the book for me. So this is how we proof our books, and this is how we, if you wanna see how I edit books, I just start marking them up. And in the book, she has a little tiny ABC quilt, and it is 35 by 47. And I thought, do I want to sit with my calculator and proof it, or do I want to make it? So one of the things I'm going to make this weekend is I'm going to make this little ABC quilt and test it. And it's like a little bonus. And so her thought is, because with EDYTA she's very creative, she really wants you to think outside of like, what else could you put on the pillow? Like you could do a K, I, M, you can do whatever. So she has the alphabet in there. Now in the alphabet there's cutting and there's a diagram, but we're not giving you attach A to B, draw a line on C, add it to A and B. We're not doing that. So you have to be really advanced to be able to do that. So this is her new book. And I think what I'm going to do is just use a combination of a few layer cakes. I'm going to make it, my best friend has 2 little boys and they're coming over this weekend. I mean, not that it's going to be done then, but my kids are way too old for ABCs. So I'm going to make it for his kids. And this was our first book with EDYTA, so I thought, well, what better way, this one is Quilter's Patch, is to offer a coupon on her previous book that we have in stock. And the coupon is Quilt Patch 20. It expires August 2nd. So Quilt Patch 20, and I'm going to flip through. It's basically to make this entire quilt, and it is a combination of pieced and applique, and this would be for advanced quilters. And I made all the blocks and then didn't put it together in a quilt. I sold it on eBay because I was like, it was just a little too hard. But you can see that all of her current fabrics match this. Same color family. So there's that. And then when Mr. Domestic, who is Matthew from Mr. Domestic, came, he showed Kraft-Tex, and a lot of you, we got really good comments on YouTube. You really liked Kraft-Tex. You didn't know about Kraft-Tex, so I thought, well, what better way to show you more Kraft-Tex? So I'm going to show you a little bit about what it is. So C&T is a book publishing company, and they created this product called Kraft-Tex. So what it is you can get it in bigger pieces, smaller pieces, combo packs, single packs, lots of different ways. But it is like, let me think of how to say it. It's paper that looks like leather. Is that what you would say, Lily?
Yeah.
Can you describe it?
Yeah. Here, let me turn my mic on.
I'm putting her on the spot here.
It's all good. I've actually been playing with Kraft-Tex at home.
Yes.
So it's got like, it's kind of like leather in that it's like very durable, and like when you stitch
it, you can't tear it.
Yeah, you can't tear it. It's really strong, but you can cut it like with your scissors and your rotary. And it's like leather and vinyl where like when you poke a hole in it, like that hole stays. So it's the same concept of like when you're stitching it, like your stitch line is like permanent. But it also, it doesn't fray, so like you can leave like raw edges out just like you would with leather. And then if you guys have seen especially like that Kraft-Tex tote that Mr. Domestic did on our channel, you can see it, once it's all stitched together, it really has that kind of like look of like worn leather almost, especially like that yellow color, the mustard color he used. It's really interesting, and it's really cool to use.
So I'm going to show you I'm going to flip through the book. I'm not going to stop too much because I don't want you to take the patterns. But this is their book, and then I'm going to show you the actual products. So it's called Kraft-Tex bags. And I believe they also have some free patterns on their website. And so it's C&T Publishing. They created the book and the actual product. And there's lots of colors. It's not just modern colors.
And a few things I'm seeing here in the comments, you can stamp on it, draw on it. That came from Kim Hicks. It is also washable. Like you can throw it in your washing machine and it'll be fine.
It's very, I would say, versatile and very, I don't know, I think it'd be fun to use because I've never done it before, and I think it's always fun to do stuff you've never done, if that makes sense, like step outside the box a little bit. So in the book, it does have really good detailed descriptions on how you pin and that kind of thing, which I always appreciate because I don't know how to make a bag. I'm making a bag this weekend, though. Y'all, I don't even know. I can show you guys. I brought it in here. I can show you at the end what else I'm sewing this weekend. So I'm doing the ABC quilt. I'm gonna start. We have triangles on a roll book coming, and I'm gonna do all my triangles for triangles on a roll book. Show you that next week. My ABC quilt, and I'm gonna make a bag.
Also from Kim Hicks, she says, and you can iron it. No starch needed, Kimberly.
Oh my gosh, then I can't do it. Like if there's no starch. Okay.
It's like it's already started.
I know. Okay, so we also have a coupon on this. And it also expires August 2nd, and the coupon is Kraft-Tex 20. Kraft-Tex 20. And we sell the Kraft-Tex also. So, I'm going to show you each of the items. So this one is called the Miranda bag. And it has pleats. Can you see them? I don't know if you can see them. And then the inside is really cool because you can see the pleats on the inside. So on the inside, they have grunge. And on the outside, this is fabric and it's just accented with Kraft-Tex. This is like perfect, guys. I could totally go to the store with this. And then this one is Talon bag. And so it looks like this, and this one really looks like leather. This one looks like it might be foundation pieced, but then they put fabric on the inside. And then, you know, regular sewing grommets, or I don't know, whatever those are called. See,
the magnets?
Yeah, those, like,
Yeah,
anyway,
snaps.
yeah. This one, oh my gosh, this one is called Hannah Picnic Basket. So it has like a little handle, and then you can put all the things in it. So you can like put your food in there. And I love how they mix the twill tape. I don't know where they got that twill tape, but it's cute. And then this is fabric, this is Kraft-Tex, this is twill tape.
You guys can see how it really holds its shape.
Yeah, it definitely like stands up. So instead of using like by Annie, what are you gonna bring me next week to show me on the live stream? See, now she's gonna have to make something out of Kraft-Tex and show it next week.
I don't want to ruin the surprise. I'm trying to make a little bag, but I'm experimenting.
Oh, okay. Okay, so let's see. This is a little pencil pouch, which, you know, every year I make my kids something when they go back to school. I gotta figure out what I'm gonna make this year. Cute. So you can put your pencils in both sides, top and bottom. And this is like a felt. And then this is the part is Kraft-Tex and the back is Kraft-Tex. And it really holds its shape. Then we have some wallets. This one is like, who is this? Rogers? What's that guy's name? This is the Betty wallet. So it's got like, oh my gosh, it even has a spot for the credit cards. So this is fabric, and this is fabric, and then this is Kraft-Tex. I don't know, is that Roy Rogers or something?
Oh, I don't know actually. I was looking at that one earlier and I couldn't figure it out. But it's like woven.
Yeah, this part. Can you? Yeah, like it's like he wove it. Like, what is that called? He did.
Fabric weaving?
Yeah, it's fabric weaving with Kraft-Tex. This is the man clutch, but I think it could be a woman clutch too.
So gender neutral clutch.
Yeah, make everybody happy. So it's got pockets, zippers. This is a really cool zipper. This is like a strong zipper, metal zipper. And so this is more of a, this is a really thick fabric, and then this is a Kraft-Tex. I don't know what this is. It's definitely a woven. And then this right here, this is more of an Essex. I think this might be Essex. Elva bag. Oh, Elva needs this. Elva's in customer service. Okay, so this is a fabric. This is a batik. And then the Kraft-Tex accents. And it has a little snappy snap. Magnetic snap. You know, I've never done one of those. Let's see. Steam messenger bag. OMG. This is so cute. This reminds me of Corey Yoder's book that has the stems going up it. And it's really cute. So with Kraft-Tex, like Lily was saying, this is just cut to the exact shape, and then they just stitched on top. You don't have to turn it under for applique, and then it's not going to ravel. So you can really, and this is just, like, this is Essex, this is grunge dots, and it's got pockets. And then the very last thing is the Betty pouch. It's cute. I know, it's so cute. So if you guys make Kraft-Tex bags, I want to see, or I don't think you can make a quilt out of it really, but if you make a bag, I want to see it on my Kimberly Stitch Squad. And again, the book is Kraft-Tex 20 if you want 20% off. Oh my gosh, I still have more. So I'm going to keep going just because I have so much stuff. And then I have some funny stuff. I have some funny stuff. Okay, so Cream and Sugar, we have, this is our book that we designed, and we use the same EDYTA SITAR's fabric collection, Cream and Sugar. Actually, her fabric collection is Sonoma. I overcomplicate this book. But we wanted to show you how you don't have to do that colorway. So Crystal did these two, so she's kind of sewing along with us, and this is block 4, and she's using Pinkerville. And she's actually also using Allison Glass fabric. So she's mixing 2 designers just to show you that you don't, if you buy a book or you have a book in your, you don't have, if you have a book, you don't have to buy the fabric. Exactly, you can do whatever you want. And then Pat Sloan, she took our Winter Wonderland book that is by Sherry Falls, and we published this about 2 or 3 years ago, and she really liked it, so Pat and Sarah colored it, and it's our Sleigh Bell Sampler Sew Along, and this is block 3 and block 4, and Teresa Williams from customer service made it, and up here she did hand embroidery. Yep, she used some metallic thread, which is really, really nice. So we're kind of reviving an old book.
Pat Sloan says, "Woohoo! This one is so fun."
I know it. And like so many people are like sewing it. Oh my gosh, I love it. And Pat Sloan also has a Facebook group, and it's like, can you say the name of it, Pat? Pat Sloan something something. So she has a Facebook group too. So if you're not in my group or her group, you can just join. So Ruby Star Society is, everybody's been waiting for it, and arrived earlier this week, like Monday. So I'm going to show you a little bit of it. This is Social by Melody Miller. So what they're doing is they're making junior layer cakes. So there are fewer pieces. There's only 20 pieces. They have charm packs and junior jelly rolls so that you can get just half. And then we made some half-yard bundles. This one is a different collection. This is Kimberly Kite's group. It's called Anagram, and it's based on like 70s and 80s. I mean, I'm guessing. Her son goes to the same school as Emma, so that's kind of interesting fact. Yeah.
Oh yeah, 'cause she lives in Austin.
Yeah, she lives in Austin. She lives like way past Austin. She lives pretty far from me, but same school district. So this, and they have a new basic. The new basic is grid, and Do you remember what that's called? I can't remember what this one is called, but we're going to do some half-yard bundles of just the stripes and just the grids.
And real quick, we just got a super chat from Candy White for $1.99.
Thank you.
So thank you, Candy. Confetti cannon for you, Candy. That
Thank you.
is a huge
And then
help.
for this, we have some more pre-cuts coming next week. So next week I'll show you some more pre-cuts. So this weekend, can I see that thing I'm doing? So I'm the ultimate bag lady. So here's my bag that I brought to work today. So I'm gonna make the ABC quilt. I'm going to make like 200 triangles in a row. Next week, I'm also gonna show you, I'm so excited. I put together patchwork pinwheels. You know, we started that in the very beginning of January using your leftover scraps to make 2-inch finished triangles, pinwheels. So 1-inch finished triangle paper, no, 1-inch finished half square triangles make 2-inch finished pinwheels. And I have put together a free pattern, and I'm going to show it to you next week, and I have a corner done. So I'm going to show you that next week so that you can turn your pinwheels into the same quilt I do, or you can do something totally different. I am going to do a backing that has got pinwheels in it yet, but I don't have enough pinwheels yet to finish. So it's kind of going to be my, like, as I get enough, I'll do each section. So on my floss tube, which is our cross stitch, I have this little design by Lori Holt, and I'm going to turn it into a bag. So that's also what I'm sewing this weekend. So I'm going to be busy. And so we'll have a lot for next week. So I'm going to show you some pictures from my vacation and my life, and then we're going to take questions. So what's the first picture?
Bear with me. I got a ton.
Oh, okay, so that is Will, and he wanted to go to see Chichen Itza, and it was a 9-hour day, and I have him holding a cross stitch because that was funny. Okay, and that's just my awesome picture that I put together that I thought was awesome. That is my 2 of my kids. That's Emma, and I think that's Christopher. I can't even tell. They all look alike. On the bed, jumping, trying to wake their father up. So that was funny.
That's hilarious.
That, okay, Piggy has a girlfriend.
Oh.
So Piggy has the blue, have you done, oh gosh, okay, so Piggy has the blue leash, the blue
Oh,
collar.
I saw it, but
He doesn't really have a girlfriend, Lily. I'm just making it up. But
that's so cute.
I know, okay, so he goes to this guy's house in Dripping Springs, which is like 30 minutes from my house, and he lives in the country, and he just has like, the dogs come. And so his wife sent me this picture of this little pug, and she's like 6 months old. But I will say, when Piggy came home, he was not very nice. He was not happy. He was like Mr. Grumpy Pants, and I was like, oh. Yeah, so that's
sorry.
same one.
Real quick, we have a new YouTube member, Diane Adan.
Thank you.
Welcome, Diane. I believe the coupon from last week is still available for everyone. Let's see.
Okay, that's him also in front of Chichen Itza.
What's he holding?
There, nothing. That's the
Oh,
fence.
it's a shadow. I see.
Yeah, that's the fence.
It looked like he was holding his
No,
phone.
it was hot. Let me tell you, it was hot. That is, okay. So, the little kid on the right is Christopher, and he loves wrestling. Like, loves wrestling. So I don't know if you guys know who Mark Henry is. He lives in Austin. He's like buddies with Mark Henry. They used to go to our old school, our new school, The Undertaker. I don't know who that is. He goes to the school. Like, I don't know, in our life, there's just a lot of wrestlers. And so we went, there's like a little Mexican market. And so, we told the kids, okay, you can get something. So that hat is like a Mexican wrestler's hat. I don't even know who it is. And the guy, he was just like, I gotta have this hat. So he wore that dang hat. He would get up in the morning and put it on his head and watch his iPad with that hat on. And that was them wrestling. Like, they really wrestle, like, for real. So Emma's about to get taken down. She thinks she's got it handled, but I don't know. Okay, that was like the outside of their room. There was like a jacuzzi. And so they would get in the pool, and we would make them we went to Cancun, and then we would like make them take like a break because it's just too hot. And you can see how white they are and how fair they are. And I don't care how much sunscreen you put on them. And I was just so worried about them just passing out. So we would let them go outside for like 2.5 hours, and then we would come to the room and be like, y'all need to take a, like, just chill for a little bit. We'll eat lunch, then you can go back out. So they just got on the outside and got in that. It was funny. And then they want to put bubble baths in, and I had to say, no. That was us at dinner. So, okay, so that's Kevin on the left. That is Will in the black shirt, Christopher in the red, Emma, me, and Peyton. That's me in a cabana. That's how I do the beach, in pants, with my headphones, and I was cross-stitching. Or playing a game, one of the two. That's the level of beach I get to. Not really.
Okay, show those. Okay, last one.
Okay, that is this morning. So, that is the stairs in my house. So basically my kids, I kind of let them do whatever in the summer. And they play this game of where can you find me in the morning. I'm not kidding. There's 2 people, I have 6 people in my house. 2 people sleep in the same bed. Will sleeps in his bed and I sleep in my bed. I don't know where everybody else sleeps, but it is not their bed. All of the other 4 sleep wherever. So yesterday he slept on, that is like the center of our chair, of our, what do you call that? Stairs. And he has all his blankets and, oh my goodness. So I guess that's where he's going to be for the rest of the summer because, yeah, I just thought it was funny. So I saw that when I was leaving the house.
All right.
So now I'll just do questions or whatever.
We got a lot of questions. So
Uh-oh.
I'm going to go back to the beginning. It's a lot of good questions.
Okay, sorry.
No, it's all good. Okay. Let me turn my mic
Mic on. Starting with Donna Regal, she says, I know this isn't a quilting question, but I was wondering what kind of tape Kimberly was using on the Jolly July Christmas ornaments finishings.
It's called stitchery tape. And if you search stitchery tape, Yarn Tree is the manufacturer. And it's acid-free, double-sided tape.
Okay, and then I just thought this was a funny comment from Chris E. This was at the very beginning, and they said, good morning, fellow addicts.
I know,
I laughed
like,
really hard.
Yeah, I think that I'm like so excited to sew this. Yeah, too much stuff.
And Sherry Smart was asking, when is Early Bird available?
October. And so the pre-cut sometimes will ship a little bit early.
And Peach says, Kimberly's arms look like she got some sun on her trip.
Not really. One arm got a sunburn. Yeah, not really. I pretty much hid.
Oh.
I hid under whatever I could hide under.
That's hilarious. The lights are a little different today, so maybe it's...
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay, this was Laura McLaughlin, and I believe she was asking about the beginner quilts. Laura, correct me if I'm wrong. She was asking how much background fabric do you need for this quilt?
Go to the blog because the blog has all the info and I don't want to, sometimes I say the wrong thing on here and then it causes confusion for me and everybody else. So just go to the blog. We have it all listed. It's all easy to find there.
It actually might have been about the Perfect 5 quilt.
Perfect
now that I'm looking
5.
at it.
Okay. So we are going to be publishing that information soon. I don't remember off the top of my head because we're actually have not finalized that number because once I put it all together, I test it as I go. So I don't have that. Actually, on that one, I don't have the number yet just because I keep track of every single thing I do as I go so that you have enough at the end and I haven't finished it. And that's why I used to like be scared to show you guys stuff in advance because you'll ask a lot of questions, but then y'all have been okay with me saying, hey, I don't really know yet. So, but we will be very clear about it. I don't have any idea.
Okay. Sherry Quinn says, good morning, Fat Quarter Shop. What size are the Perfect 5 blocks?
All different. All different. Some are like 4 inches, some are 18. They're all different. And the book is just a range of, it goes from 4 quilts that use 1 charm pack, 4 quilts that use 2 charm packs, 4 quilts that use 3 charm packs, and then 4 quilts that use 4 charm packs. So that you can go all the way from like small and easy to bigger and hard. None of the quilts in there are hard though. They're all very easy.
And from Karen Mason, on a journey today to find starch, did I miss the latest news on the starch situation?
I will give you the update. Can you hand me the 2 cans over here? Sorry.
We had
Okay.
a lot of people asking about the starch as well. It was
Okay. So I think I have a. There should be. Hold on. Not this one. There's one more that's. There's a yellow lid. There's a new one that comes with this. This is not the right one. Okay. Here it is. There's another one of these somewhere that has a yellow lid.
Sorry guys, we're grabbing them from the side.
Sorry. Okay. So, starch. Oh my goodness. Okay. So apparently, these are the 2 starches that I could find. Premium Faultless Firm Finish. This is in every store in Austin. And you can ask Gina Tell. We went to like 20 stores. We like called 20 stores. And this is the only thing available in Austin. It's called Premium Faultless Firm Finish. So I shop at Target and H-E-B and Walmart. And this is all that's available in Austin.
That's what I use.
This one.
But lately.
And I'm going to give you my review. And then this one is so Faultless and Niagara reached out to us on social media, and they actually emailed us and said the starch I used to use, which is over there, but I don't want to show because it's going to confuse it. This is the replacement of that. So I've decided I'm going to use the Firm Finish for my blocks, and then I'm going to use the original hold probably for my borders so it doesn't get too stiff. This Firm Finish is extremely stiff, so you'll have to, don't coat it on too much. So I'm going to tell you why I don't think this is this replacement for my previous one. And I'm going to be really honest. Firm Finish is great. It doesn't have a smell. I am very sensitive to smells and scents and detergents. So like I use really expensive Drift detergent on all my clothes, which is ridiculous, but I cannot have Tide. I cannot have anything that has chemical. I will just like break out in hives. So this has a scent. It's called DuraFresh Scent Technology. So if this didn't have a scent, it would probably be very similar to the same, but it has a scent, and it reminds me of my grandma because she used to starch, and so it's got a smell to it. So a lot of people won't like the smell, but this is a much better, what do you call this? This thing right here, much better nozzle. This comes out so much better. So I love the new nozzles that they have. And the only thing I don't like about this is the scent. Now, I'm going to use this a little bit and this a lot, and then from there figure it out. And that's good because this is the one I can find. And this one I bought 24 cans on Amazon for a ton of money, or actually it was Walmart.com. And it took me a long time to find this because this is the one they said was, and so this one is a very similar, the feel of your fabric is going to be very similar to the one I used to use, except that it smells. And so it's not a bad smell. It's actually a really wonderful smell, but I just don't like scents. And so when I used it one day, my son, later in the day, like at night, we were at dinner, and he was like, "Mommy, you smell like strawberries." And I was like, "Oh, it's that starch." Because I don't like perfume. I don't like lotion. I don't like, I just break out. Like, I just know what to not do in my life to not break out. So that would be my only thing is that, so I like both of them, but I'm going to use the Firm more, which makes it way more convenient because I can just go to H-E-B and use it. And the nozzles are much improved. So as it comes out, it's much more smooth and like a bigger diameter. Like it goes wider. What did you say?
I said a bigger mist.
Yes, like it's easier. It takes quicker. So there's my update on starch. That's just... But I'm super excited that I have starch. So now I have a bathroom full of this and this. Maybe I'll post it tonight on Kimberly's Stitch Squad.
You should.
Yeah, so because I had to buy both. I tried to get Faultless to send me a bunch because I couldn't. I was just like, please, somebody send me starch. I can't find it. But we finally found it. It's just, and it is on their site. It's just not on every single page. And like I will warn you, if you go to Amazon and you buy a starch, you might get a different starch when it comes, because that's what I had originally done, and I got a whole different batch of starch. So because I don't think everything has been updated on Amazon, so then that's when I started buying from Walmart. I think I've spent like $100 on starch, like between all the purchases just to get starch. But hopefully my Costco is going to have my starch soon, because that's where I like to get it.
Go Costco.
Okay. Moving on, Donna says, "Hi Kimberly, what triangles on a roll fit the 5-inch charm packs?"
In regards to trying to use it with the Perfect 5 book.
So the Perfect 5 book uses a lot of the Perfect 5. I don't know the answer to that, because we wrote the triangles on a roll book to really go with the triangle paper. The other one, I don't know. I don't really know. I have one of each, and I just use them as I need, but I don't think you need triangle paper. I do use the triangle paper, but I don't have an answer, sorry.
Okay, Wilma Evans says, "Kimberly, love the top. Where did you get it? It looks great on you."
Thanks. I got it in Branson, Missouri, so I'm not a shopper. I don't like to shop. I'm not like... So the first day we went, Emma bought some like random stuff. And then we got like really bored, and she was like, "Mom, let's go shopping for you." I was like, "Sure." So she just like, Emma's very good at fashion and decoration. So we have some people coming over this weekend, and I'm going to call her when she wakes up in a little bit. And I'm just going to be like, "I'll take you to Home Goods. You go refluff the house." She can decorate like nobody, and she can dress like nobody, and she can put makeup on like nobody. Now don't judge me. She's 12. She doesn't wear makeup except when she dances, but she can put makeup on like nothing. Her hobby is to go in the bathroom for 2 hours and do crazy makeup. Crazy, like professional. Come out, show all of us, and then go back in the bathroom, and she just takes it off. So nobody sees it but me, so like don't judge. She's not walking around wearing makeup. But it's just because of all the makeup videos, kids like that, and so she likes to do the cat eyes and the... Like if I want any day, she'll do my makeup. I don't really want her to, because she does it like... She does like an hour. I'm like, just throw it on. So just put some makeup on. It doesn't matter.
That's a good skill to have.
And also, I missed it earlier. We do have another new YouTube member, Frankie Easter. Welcome, Frankie. Confetti cannon for Frankie.
Thank you.
Yay. Okay, let me tune back into the questions over here. Doo-doo. Doo-doo. Okay, and then this is in regards to your Perfect 5 blocks. Deborah Grandam says, "Did you use bleach white for your background?"
No, there is a white on white dot from... Where did that
They're
come?
over there on the chair.
Sorry, see, okay, I'm gonna pull it so you can see. This is a white on white dot from the collection, Early Bird. So obviously I had to ask Moda for it. So it's just a white on white from Early Bird.
Okay.
I love it when y'all ask me a question I know the answer to.
Good stuff. And then these next questions are about the beginner series. Trisha Kelly says, "Should we starch in preparation?"
Yes, you can. So I talk about that in our block 1 video, and I talk about how you can starch, pre-wash, starch lightly, or starch heavily. Do whatever you would like, but yes, you could starch and get it all ready. And wait for that video. I kind of show you like the rack I use, and should I carry it over here?
We could.
Okay, so like this is the rack. We could Amazon link it, but I bought it on Amazon because somebody in Stitch Squad used it. So this is what is actually in a shower in my house, and this is all of the fabrics on the rack. This is Denise. I know she doesn't want to be seen. So the way that this works,
I'm gonna pan over.
is this will come up. This thing down here comes up, and then you snap this on. So it can be, this can be all one way, or you can have none, or you can have none.
Oh.
And so it's very portable, and then this goes up. Like this will snap like this. So it's really easy because my in-laws come over all the time, but I still, just for the fun of it, make Kevin do it every time, even though I know how.
That's great.
Just because that's what he needs to do. So this is what I use, and this was I just bought it on Amazon. I'm sure you could get it at Home Goods or Target or Bed Bath & Beyond. I've gotten to where I don't like to go to Bed Bath & Beyond because their store is so messy that my OCD, I'm like, I gotta get out of here. And then this is new. This is a little sew on the go handle. So if you're going to a lot of classes, this is a new little handle we did, and it's cute. So that you can go in style. It's cute. So I just thought I would show y'all because it's cute.
It is cute. Okay. And the next question
About the beginner series from Susan Brownlee. She said, how do I sign up?
Just go to the blog and it has all the details. And so it has all the details on what you need supplies wise, what you need if you're going to do a kit, if you're not going to do a kit and you're just going to use your stash from home, fabric requirements, it's all on the blog.
Yeah, and it's not like you have to like go sign up or
Right.
like you can't be part
It's all
of it.
going to be free, and it's all going to be on YouTube, and then we're going to have free patterns that you can download in the description box. Everything, like basically you can do it at home for free with nothing. Like just use what you have.
Okay. Jeannie Stone says, is there an ETA for the beginning quilts to be in stock? Will it be before the quilt lessons start?
Yeah, today. There should be some in stock now. If there's not, there will be. Denise, can you text little Lucy to get it online right now and then index? Yeah, there should be. How many?
23.
Yeah, we have 23 in stock, yeah.
Okay. Annette Arona says, when putting together rows or columns, do you add one at a time or twosies and foursies until you have two halves?
It just depends. I honestly, whatever I do at home is whatever's the fastest. I do use design boards to keep myself a little organized, if that helps. But whatever, like basically I have a plan for the weekend. I basically made myself a spreadsheet, and it's like, okay, Friday night bag by this hour, this done by this time. Like I have a agenda. I'm gonna get up at like 6:30 on Saturday, and I'm gonna just power through because I got to clean my house because we have visitors coming. So I actually have to clean my house. Ugh.
Okay. Mendy Russell says, what's the difference between English paper piecing and foundation paper piecing?
So English paper piecing is where you have a paper template that goes underneath. You wrap the fabric around the back, stitch it down, and then you stitch two pieces together with that foundation paper in. Paper piecing, that is foundation paper piecing, and I can show you in the book too, is where you stitch on a line, flip. So I just have to find my book.
Underneath everything. The pillows. Underneath the pillows? Under the ho.
So I'll show you, and it will probably make more sense. So English paper piecing is where you would have paper like this. You can make a template that goes behind it, fold your paper behind it, and then fold the two pieces together and hand stitch. And we do have some videos from Jen Kingwell on our channel that really show you in depth how to do it. And she makes you want to do it because she makes it easy enough. This would be considered foundation paper piecing, where you take pieces,
You stitch on the line.
yeah, you stitch on the line, you flip.
It's like a
Mo-
coloring book.
Yes. Paint by number, sew by number. That's what they should call it, sew by number.
It should be called
Sew by color, sew by number. Everything matches today. Did y'all notice that like the Kraft-Tex matches? It just better.
It's true, it does.
We're all matchy on accident.
Stacy Fallon says, Kimberly, I could see you doing the square dance in pink with a pop of turquoise, the pillow.
Let me see which one square dance is. I could totally.
Yeah.
Yes, I can totally. Oh, yeah. That looks hard. Yeah, but I would, yeah. We tested that one this week too. Yeah.
And in regards to the pillow talk book, how many pillows are there?
25. And it uses an 18-inch pillow form. So they're all the same size. So one of the things she talks about in the intro is how you can make them where you can have one pillow form, but then you can make like the pumpkin for Halloween, the ho 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 for Christmas, and then you just switch out the pillow, and you don't have to have 20 18-inch pillow forms. You can just have one. And then it's a way to fluff up your home, decorate your home, that kind of thing.
Okay. Jillian Balan says, would I need interfacing to machine embroider on Kraft-Tex?
Have no idea. But CNT can probably answer, or we can contact CNT for that answer, because I have no idea. I would think not, because it's stiff enough. But my only knowledge of machine embroidery is like my mom's stuff, so I don't know.
All right, and let me just get the live stream going again on Instagram, because we just passed an hour.
Oh, sorry.
But I do want to try to get to as many people's questions here.
Sally Nagel says, do you have to use a special machine needle with the Kraft-Tex?
No. Right, Lily?
No, but in one of his videos, Mr. Domestic did talk about, depending how many, like, layers of it you have, he used a denim needle.
Okay. So a denim needle is thicker. Or you could use a 90 needle, which is thicker, and not use a 70.
I've been using a normal universal needle at home.
Yeah, I'm really bad. Like when I did I don't have any special needles at my house, so whatever needle goes in that machine, it better work. Because I don't have anything special at my house.
And then Barbara Carto says, how does the Kraft-Tex wear? Does it last like leather?
Yes, very durable.
And Teresa says, just want to say Elva is amazing. She's helped me before, and lots of people chimed in with similar comments when you mentioned Elva.
We're going to do, the next time I'm out, we'll have customer service come and do like a live stream. And what we did was we asked them this week, I haven't even told Lily this, but we asked them who would be interested in being camera and who would not. And so we're going to do like rounds of 3, because just do like 3 at one time, and then the next time I'm out, the next 3, and then you can ask them questions.
Start thinking about your questions, guys.
Yeah.
And then Pat Sloan said her Facebook group is Quilt Along with Pat Sloan.
Yes.
If you guys want to go join.
Ton of people in that group.
Okay, and then we have the super chat from Candy White. So confetti cannon again. Thank you, Candy. Terry Lane says, will you be carrying the Twilight Pearl Cotton Valdani that is used in the Snow Globe panel in the Snow Globe kit?
We will research that. So Denise will research that after this, because we need to. So yes, we just have to, yeah.
And then Sue Cleek, this was about all the Kraft-Tex bags and stuff you showed. She said, are all those projects from the book?
Yes, everything is from the book. So it's kind of like a show and tell of the book. And that's why we're offering you a coupon, so that, you know, if you want to try it, you're not out. I don't know. I don't want to just show you a bunch of stuff and then not offer you something. So we're always trying to offer you like a coupon or a free pattern or something, so that you get something from watching this.
Candy Cruz says, with the beginning quilt, I can use fat quarters from my solid packs,
Yep.
Pure Elements, Riley Blake, and Moda, but still try to match the colorway?
Yeah, you can do whatever you want. I would say do whatever you want. If you already have fabric, use fabric you already have.
Yes, go for it, Candy.
Yes, and you're awesome because you comment all the time.
Yes, you do. We love
Yes, and you comment in Facebook.
Marga Fritz says...
Oh, wait, you forgot Piggy.
Oh, Piggy.
You forgot the Piggy picture.
Did I not show it? The other one?
The other Piggy picture.
Oh, I did. You're right. Hang on. Let me load it. I hadn't loaded it.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so there's a lady. Oh my gosh.
I have to grab it. Hang on. This is going to take like 2 minutes.
So when I was in Facebook, okay, this is what I love, guys, about you guys. Okay, Kevin, I like to just mess with him. Like, just completely piss him off. Because he's my husband and it's funny, right? Just to antagonize him, because he does it to me all the time. So he just does not understand Piggy. He doesn't like Piggy. He doesn't know why Piggy's in the bed. He doesn't want to feed Piggy. I mean, like, he takes care of him, but like, he has nothing to do with Piggy. That's the agreement we had when we got the dog. That's the stupidest agreement I ever made, but whatever. So, oh my gosh, there's a lady and she bought a Piggy. She got a Piggy for her husband, and I showed it to Kevin and he was like, oh my goodness, look at this dog. Wait, you gotta see this dog. It is so cute.
It's coming up.
You're gonna die. It's the littlest Piggy.
Where is it? got my back. Scrolling.
Look at Piggy!
It's a little piggy dude.
So they got a little, I think he's 6 weeks old. So anyway, so I'm so excited somebody got a piggy. So Kevin is like, oh my gosh. Look how cute he is. Oh my gosh, there's a little piggy.
Little baby. I want to get a pug. I got too many dogs. It's okay.
Yeah, oh my gosh.
Okay. Let me find the next question here. Oh.
The next comment was from Gina. She said, "Okay, Lily, getting in the car, bringing you your pineapple quilt." So I'm very excited.
Oh my
Thank you, Gina.
gosh.
I'm excited to see it. Okay, and then this was just a nice comment from Pat Bro. She said, "Thank you so much, Kimberly and Fat Quarter Shop, for putting together the Beginner Quilt series. My daughter, who has never made a quilt, is going to sew along."
Awesome. Yay.
Yeah,
We even have a video where we're going to show you just basics on a sewing machine so that you can feel a little bit comfortable with that.
Annette Arona says, "Who won the Stitch Squad tumbler?" I don't think we have their name right now, but they have been contacted. And their tumbler is on their way to them. Okay, and do you know when Farm Girl 2 is coming out?
Yes, it is at the printer right now. It will be shipping mid-September. It is at the printer. And Triangles on a Roll book is at the printer also.
Okay, so we've got still a ton of questions coming in, so I'm just going to take like 2 or 3 more. The first one I'm going to say is actually a comment. It's Diana Milena Urbina Diaz. She said, "That's my baby. His name is Titan." That was the little piggy
Oh
pug.
my gosh!
Sorry, Titan pug. His name, or is
Oh
it
my
Titan or
gosh,
Titan?
he's
Like, is it with the
so
accent? I'm curious.
He's a little piggy. You can just call him Piggy too.
And Delinda Garcia Cooner says, "I have a denim needle in my sewing machine when I quilt. Should I have a different needle?"
So, if it works, you can do it. I don't know. I don't machine quilt, but we are bringing in the expert Gina for our beginner series, and she's going to actually film straight line quilting and free motion quilting and talk about needles and all of that stuff. I was not about to do that and pretend that I knew what I was doing, so maybe she can answer because she's in the chat.
I know I accidentally used it once for just like piecing in quilting, and it turned out fine. So
Yeah.
there's that. And
It's probably just a thicker,
yeah,
thing
thicker
at the
like
end.
hole, yeah.
yeah, at the end, the tip is probably just thicker.
Okay, Kathleen Davis says, "Are there triangles on a roll for flying geese?"
Yes. We're going to reformat them, though, because I don't love them.
Jillian Bellin says, "They should give you a lifetime supply for promoting their starch."
Tell me about it. Call them. Oh my God. Yes. I need some starch because I'm tired of putting that on my credit card. Yes, I need
Hashtag
some.
sponsor us faultless.
Yes.
Um,
Because, I mean, I can't even tell you. Like, it wasn't even really, honestly, about the money. It was about calling. Target, H-E-B, like, even, so Gina Tell, who thankfully did our video last week, thank you to her, she went to the H-E-B near her house, which she lives about 20 minutes from us, and they didn't have it there either. And we're in Buda, which is like an hour, so there is nowhere in Austin that starts. So it was more about the inconvenience of, oh my gosh, I have to make a quilt. I have to have starch. I can't make a quilt without starch. Where am I going to get starch? So it was almost like Kimberly Panic. Like, it was almost like if you're like a drug addict and you need something, that's how I am with starch. Like, I cannot make a quilt without starch. I will do, no. And I was just like, panic. And it all started with the trip to Costco. And Emma was like, there's no starch. And I'm like, there's no starch at H-E-B. What's going on?
That's crazy. Okay, so last couple of things here. Deanna confirmed that it is Titan with the little pug's name, the accent. And then last question from Deborah Ryan: was Kevin opposed to all dogs or just a pug?
Yes, he's opposed to all animals. And it's not that he doesn't like animals, but it is that he doesn't like animals. So his mother is very like me. We're just alike. And she's very OCD and she likes her stuff a certain way. And she grew up on a farm and she really believes that an animal should not be in the house. Like, she really strongly believes that. And really, you don't mess with her. Like, whatever she wants is pretty much, you just do it. It's easier. So they never had an animal. And so he didn't know, like, he doesn't want to take care of an animal. First of all, we're super busy. We have 4 kids. So he just doesn't, but I don't think he's ever pet the dog. Like, he's not mean to the dog. He doesn't abuse the dog. I mean, like, nothing like that. But he just doesn't. He's like Denise. He does not like the dog. He doesn't feed the dog. He doesn't.
Oh.
I mean, but if I'm out of town, he makes sure the dog is fed. Like, that's the rule. It's like if we get a dog, the kids have to take care of him. So the kids have, like, chores. And, like, it's also like last night when I got home, I'm like, okay, feed the dog. Like, make the kids do it. So if we didn't have kids, of course he would feed the dog.
All right, so that's going to be the last question we take. If you guys still have more questions you'd like us to answer, if you wait about 10 minutes after the live stream's over, you can put those in the comments below the video, and we will answer them as fast as we can.
Yeah, and then we could also save them to next week, too, if you want.
that's it. If you would like Kimberly to answer live.
Yay! So thanks for watching. I'm so excited. I had so much stuff for you guys. I'm going to have a ton next week, too. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate that you spend this time with me. I'm super honored, and I want you to have a fabulous weekend. Make something fabulous and share it with us in Kimberly Stitch Squad, and I'll see you guys next week.
Okay.